2024 Phoenix Rising season is presented by Equality Health. And tonight's match from 38th in Washington is presented by Solari. It's Phoenix Rising FC in the midst of a 4-game unbeaten streak across all competitions, going up against the visiting Miami FC, last place in the Eastern Conference. As we want to welcome you in, school is out, Joe. The kids are out here, the players are on the pitch. Did you pass all your classes this year?
Passed them all, Killian. Who do you think I am? You got to pass those classes.
That's a good point. That's why you're allowed to be here tonight. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry, we're excited for this one. It's a big match, really a big opportunity, especially for Phoenix Rising. Yeah. That unbeaten run, but a chance for a big 3 points against a lower team in the East.
Yeah, this is the kind of game, if you're the kind of club that Phoenix Rising wants to be, that frankly you have to win. Miami sitting in the basement of the Eastern Conference, a winnable game tonight at home for Rising.
Certainly as well. We're going to start with the players to watch for you tonight, presented by the Phoenix Union School District. Starting off, it's the goal scorer, Remy Cabral. They needed goals this year, and Remy's provided them.
Yeah, Remy has snagged that starting spot and really made it his own. 6 goals in his last 6 USL Championship games. Got a little bit of a rest at the start of the last game against Detroit City. Back in the lineup from the jump tonight.
Yeah, a much-needed rest, a real loaded schedule over the last few weeks and the upcoming weeks as well. Over on the other side, for the visitors from Miami, it's Cabral squared. No, it's not Remy Cabral. Gabriel Cabral. He's the only guy coming back from a year ago.
Yeah, this Miami FC squad is in a lot of upheaval from last year to this year. Cabral has been a steadying presence for them in the middle of the park. He will absolutely have to be that tonight for the visitors.
Key cog in the midfield for this Miami FC team, looking to try and find 3 points tonight. As the kids are out, the players are on the pitch. We're getting ready here from 38th in Washington. We got starting lineups and kickoff coming up next. Let's go dancing.
There's satisfaction in sacrifice, in spilling blood, sweat, and tears, in knowing that you left it all on the floor and never threw in the towel. Well, except to clean up the mess. Giving it all for your team is worth every drop. Modelo, brewed for fans with a fighting spirit.
Huh. How long have you been tracking our car's value with Carvana?
Just like 7 months.
Should we sell it?
We hold.
Hold.
Silver vans are going for more right now, should we?
Hold.
Our low mileage is paying off. You think we should?
Hold.
Depreciation's really heating up, you think?
Hold. Hold.
We just did 2.5%!
Hold. Now!
I'm on it.
Already sold to Carvana.
Go to Carvana and track your car's value today.
Your health shouldn't depend on where you live, which language you speak, or the size of your paycheck. Everyone deserves access to high-quality care for a healthy life. At Equality Health, we partner with primary care providers to break down barriers to care and build healthy communities. Better health for all, the real game-winning goal. Equality Health is the season-presenting sponsor of the Phoenix Rising and proud sponsor of the Rising Community Soccer Clinics.
Tonight's broadcast of Phoenix Rising FC is presented by Equality Health, by Carvana, and by Northern Arizona University. Welcome back into 38th and Washington. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry. We're moments away from kickoff in match day number 11 for the USL Championship. Here's the starting lineups for you. We're going to start with the visitors from Miami. Here's what they have going.
Antonio Nocerino in his first season in charge of the Miami FC could look a few different ways tonight, but this is one of the shapes that Miami have used over and over again this year, a 3-4-2-1 look. If you're looking for another player to watch besides Cabral in central midfield, it's Alan Gavilanes, 4 goals for him this year.
Here's what Phoenix Rising go with. A couple changes here and there as Danny Stone still kind of rotating through the squad, especially the big match coming up against Seattle this week.
Yeah, Open Cup round of 16 game very much on Phoenix's horizon right now. So really, this is a more first-choice look from Rising. You mentioned a few changes. Killian, it's 7 changes from the lineup last weekend in Detroit. This gets Danny Stone back to a lot closer to what he wants to be seeing from this group on the field.
And it's got to be nice when you've got all the options like you do, is when you plug and play these guys, you still feel like you've got a first team out there no matter what. As we've got the Spooner availability report, the only buddy out for Phoenix Rising, no Darius Formella tonight, was picked up a little bit of a knock.
Yeah, Formella also celebrating the birth of a child. It's good to see him have a little bit of time away. He'll be back certainly with this team moving forward. But Remy Cabral, as we mentioned in the Open, has made this number 9 spot his own. 6 goals in his last 6 USL Championship matches.
Now ready to go from Phoenix. Miami, 7 points this season, 2-7-1 last in the Eastern Conference. Phoenix Rising, 8th in the West, 12 points, sitting at 3-4-3. We are off and running. From a toasty Phoenix, probably the hottest day of the year, hit triple digits. Wind blowing per usual here at 38th in Washington. Both these clubs back, Phoenix Rising amongst that 4-game unbeaten streak, picked up a big win last week in North Carolina. It was an extra time victory. Giulio Doratiotto with his first professional goal to help advance this Phoenix Rising club to the round of 16 in the US Open Cup for the first time in club history. He said they await a matchup with Seattle Sounders early on next week. A huge match for Danny Stone and his side. It also came away, it was a long trip. Take a point away from Sacramento Republic, the top team in the West. You have that match against North Carolina FC, and then you have to go on the road to a really impressive Detroit City club, and taking a point on the road, it was big.
Yeah, Phoenix Rising will take that stretch of results 10 times out of 10. Willing to go in and dance in the U.S. Open Cup, something that Phoenix Rising have historically struggled to do. And then to go on the road against a very good Detroit City team, a team that had just taken care of business, beaten the Houston Dynamo on the road in the U.S. Open Cup a few days earlier. This Detroit team has quality in the East. For Rising to get a point out of that match, not too shabby.
Here's everybody's favorite part of the night. It's now sponsored, by the way, Joe. We got Peoria Nissan, Lowry's Lowdown.
For Phoenix Rising, it's all about punishing a struggling defense. This Miami FC squad has had a really hard time keeping balls out of the back of their own net this year. One of the worst defensive records in the USL Championship. It's about putting pressure on that defense as much as possible.
Here's Cabral in the middle of the box, left-footed shot right into the hands of the keeper. That's Karim Ndiaye. As Cabral already trying to make his mark on this match. As we mentioned, the man to watch tonight, 6 goals in his last 6 matches.
On cue. It's well struck from Remy Cabral right at Ndiaye there. For Miami, we talked about their struggling defense. It's about trying to stay as compact as possible. It's not a good start to this match from them. They are in that 3-4-3 possession shape that flattens out to a 5-4-1 defensively. We're getting a look at the right side of their back line right now as the ball goes out of play. This Miami team needs more structure. They need more compactness. So much roster turnover. Look at the managerial seat as well in Antonio Nocerino. This is a new team, and we're seeing the growing pains that come with being a new team. It's up to Phoenix Rising to exploit those things tonight.
Our first Carvana corner kick, proud sponsor of Phoenix Rising. Carvana will drive you happy as Fede Norella readies to take this one. He leaps up and snags it. Boots it deep himself. His second match this season for the Senegal native. Made 7 saves, allowed 1 goal in his 1 appearance so far this year. He Senegal. He's played a lot of soccer so far in his career. Spent a lot of time, though, in the youth systems in Italy. So no stranger to high levels of competition.
And you see those Italian ties all over this Miami FC roster, from Nocerino down into the player pool. So many of their off-season acquisitions, and make no mistake, there were plenty of off-season acquisitions for this Miami FC squad. So many of them came from the lower divisions in Italy. You see some Italian influences in this Phoenix Rising squad as well, as we're getting a look at this replay on Ian Villa. Plotting there. We see Giulio Graziotta scored 2 goals in recent matches for Phoenix Rising, not in the starting 11 tonight. The young Italian coming over from the Juventus youth system. This is a market that we're starting to see USL Championship clubs go out there and try to find talent.
Giulio, his birthday today. Happy birthday to the youngsters. I'm sure you'll be anxiously awaiting potential opportunity tonight. Good ball fed up the right side. For it, but good defense. Turnover as Phoenix takes back possession of midfield.
And how Miami can break forward out of this 5-4-1 block into their front line is one of the things to watch, especially early in this game. They're not going to have a lot of the ball, averaging way less than 50% possession this year, just 44 and change for Miami FC. They want to sit down, they want to be compact, and they want to go out there and strike on the break. The difference tonight, Killian, they don't have a true number 9 in thetheir front line. It's Alan Gavilanes playing as the number 9, really at his best in a more reserved, withdrawn role, playing underneath a larger striker. That player's not on the field for Nocerino tonight. It's Luisinho on one side, on the right for Miami FC, and then it's Roberto Molina on the left side, both more tricky, dribbling playmaker types rather than hold-up strikers. How Gavilanes and where Gavilanes gets on the ball against a really strong Phoenix Rising back 3 will have an outsized impact on Miami FC's attacking groups.
Gavilanes, the lead man in terms of scoring, 4 goals, 16 shots for the striker. Turnover midfield taken away nicely. Jose Andres Hernandez now trying to push forward. Here's Armanakis. Armanakis has White streaking out in front of him, presses it ahead to Cabral as a strong touch goes all the way back to the captain, Stenberg.
It's a poorly timed run there from Lawrence White. I like the idea of getting your outside center backs forward into the attack. You see that from Phoenix Rising early and often when Danny Stone goes to his preferred 3-4-3 shape like we're seeing tonight. But White with that run there just sort of cut into the path of Panos Armanakis, congesting the space on the right side. That's something to watch going forward as well.
USL fans, remember to mark your calendars. Coming up Wednesday, May 29th, Monterey Bay FC taking on the Eastern Conference leading Charleston Battery at 10 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. If you have not seen that Charleston Battery team, it's almost appointment TV because you expect them to score 6, maybe even 7 goals every night. It seems like the way they've been
searing hot. They've been searing hot over there at the top of the Eastern Conference. A feather in Phoenix's cap to have topped them in the USL Championship final last year.
Those two got a big matchup coming up here in the next couple weeks here in the Valley of the Sun. That will be a great match.
Edgardo Rito trying to streak in over the top. That's a look that Phoenix Rising went to a lot in the early stages of the season. Then we see a few lineup changes from manager Danny Stone, a couple of shape changes as well. Phoenix now back with that Panos Armanakis Edgardo Rito combo on the right.
Now some space moving forward for Miami. Right-footed cross sent in, but right at Rocco Rios Novo. Long ball played out. Cabral trying to flip possession. He waits up for some help. He has Armanakis next to him, and he gives it to him. Varela coming across and gets taken out from behind. Because Molina came in a little strong, as Varela a little slow to get up now.
Phoenix Rising moving the ball quickly into the attacking half. That's great work from Fede Varela just to get to the ball a little bit ahead of Molina there, to be there in time to draw the contact. That savvy play from Phoenix's left-sided number 10.
Set piece opportunity for Phoenix. 8 minutes in to tonight's match. Chips towards that post. White centers it, but it goes right into one of the defenders from Miami. Nicely done. will bring up the second Carvana corner kick.
It's a well-weighted ball from Panos Armenakis, just under the head of Lawrence White, trying to head it across for a crashing runner in the middle of the box or at the back post. That's a well-designed set piece, well dealt with by Jordan Ayambilla.
Jose comes to the middle of his chest. Okay.
Another opportunity on the corner.
Imagine, Killian, we're going to see a lot of looks for Rising on set pieces tonight. Fede Varela likely to hit those right-footed in-swingers like we're about to see, and Panos Armenakis likely to do the same on the other side with his left foot. Watch out for John Stenberg, as always, on these dead ball moments.
Near post, they're looking for Stenberg, but it's sent all the way back out into the dugout for Miami.
It's an underrated part, Killian, of John Stenberg's game. 6'3", physically dominant. Even though at this point in his career, he doesn't have that same burst, that same acceleration at 31. Was never really a player, even earlier on in his career in Sweden, never really a player whose game was built on pace. But now at this stage with Phoenix Rising, he's got real edges on those set piece moments.
It's a bit like a freight train we see going right behind the stadium here at 38th and Washington. It might take it a second to get going, but it's hard to stop once it does.
Anything for a transportation reference from Killian McClatchy, folks.
Right here. Ball swung to the near side to Traore. What a ball.
It's a great ball from Mo Traore. We see it a few times every single game. That bending out to in ball off of his left foot. Such an asset for Danny Stone on the left side of the back three. Kev Traore's distribution to find Remy Cabral, to find Fede Varela. It's up to those players then to work on the combination play to get the third man run, moving in off the target player to then be able to knife into space and behind.
Like the little burst to get around his man. Running back. 1-2 touch. A heavy tackle. Jose Andres Hernandez down after taking a bit of a collision.
Sloppy there from Jose Andres Hernandez. He's had a couple of rough moments in the early stages of this match. He's able to catch up to that one just in time to draw the contact from Gavilanes. We saw a sliver of that ball, was going for it. We see Hernandez getting up.
One of the better passers on this club. One of the key cogs in the midfield alongside Renzo Zambrano. Staples. Things going box to box for this club.
And that's part of why, Killian, it's been difficult for Julio Duratiotto to earn consistent start after start after start. It's because Jose Andres Hernandez provides a little bit more, or we're used to seeing him provide a little bit more stability and connectivity on the ball. We haven't seen that really so far tonight, and that's one of the things that Julio, as he continues to push for minutes, has to work on. You talk to Danny Stone, he's a young player. There's still so much time and room for him to grow, but how Duratiotto continues to improve on the ball will have a real impact on how much he plays in big moments this season.
Space on Armenakis wants the ball, but doesn't get it back because that's what Carr couldn't find him. There's Miami Club struggling to keep the ball to the back of their own net. Games this year allowing more than 2 goals. They gave up 3 to Indy 11 last time out. 6 days ago on Sunday, a 3-1 defeat. Lost 1-0 to Pittsburgh on the road. Did come away with a good result against a solid San Antonio club, a 2-1 victory. Besides that, it's been a lot of down for this Miami club.
Yeah, 4 losses in their last 5 games. Coming into the weekend, they'd allowed the second most goals in the USL Championship with 18. A lot of room for this team to grow as the year goes on.
So Carr tries to thread one through, but taken away. Trying to sprint back the other way. Luis Pedro.
Oh, that's great work from Jose Andres Hernandez. Not the physically imposing option in central midfield, but a phenomenal tackle there from the diminutive midfielder.
Like slips, but gets it right back to him. Sends it out, so Carr lets it go. Armenakis sets up on his left foot, and that one looks like it got deflected. VA leaps up and snags it out of the air.
That's phenomenal work from Jose Andres Hernandez on Luisinho. Luisinho not the most physically imposing player either, but if Jose Andres Hernandez can give Phoenix Rising just a little bit, 5%, 10% more defensive steel in the midfield in those transition moments, he becomes so much more of a valuable option in that part of the field.
Marcus again. Zambrano trying to chip one through for Rizzo. Couldn't get to him. He goes straight back to number 26.
We're seeing the width come from the right side for Phoenix rather than the left.
Like low cross headed up and out. As a Miami player is down in the box. And now we have a whistle. Sano looks to be in a lot of pain rolling around down inside the box as the trainer comes out to see him.
Over his head, Del Rocco Genzano in his first year, this Miami FC squad. One of the players with those Italian connections, not only having that Italian citizenship, but also having plied his trade in the Italian lower divisions.
Far left. Look like much. Tough for us to see. Might have just Carlos Azocar might have just caught him with running by. Sano sitting up, which is a good sign. I'll remind you that tonight's match is brought to you by Modelo, award for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Sano starts to make his way off the pitch with the help of the physio. Walking off on his own, which is always good to see. Those possession numbers, Joe, 82 to 18. In these first 15 minutes.
It won't be quite that extreme for the entirety of the match, but this is the general pattern that we're going to see tonight. Phoenix Rising controlling the ball, camping out in Miami's own defensive third, trying to find little slivers, little gaps. And against Miami, we're having plenty of those this season. Rising, just with a couple of looks so far tonight, there'll be more to come.
Off for Rizzo. Sarkar. To back off to his right foot. Laid off to the 1-2 beautifully done. Sarkar crossed in. Cabral trying to get his foot to it. He goes right up into the air, but not fully out of danger yet.
Great work in the counter pressure. Jose Andres Hernandez.
Going right back. Azocar, but it's headed up. At least that danger for the moment is Miami will get to breathe for a half second. Laid it in forward. So. It will be a throw to Miami.
Good work from Phoenix against a temporarily 10-man Miami FC team. Good combination play on the left side. One out on Carlos Azocar, playing that ball in for Remy Cabral. Nothing comes to that sequence, but good, incisive combination play on the left side. Starting a good look.
Sano back in. He plays it right off of Azocar.
Danny Stone's got to be pleased with the early stages of this match. His team in full control. But control never really the question for Rising tonight, given what we know about Miami FC and how reserved they tend to be under Antonio Nocerino as they're still trying to find their own foundations in the attacking half. The question is, what happens when Rising out the ball in advanced areas? A couple of nice looks, still need to bust that door open as the match continues.
Good passing sequences allowing for another opportunity to build up for Phoenix. Varela going for a long shot, diving save. And he had to leap out to his left to punch that one out. Amanakis left foot, Azocar back heel, no.
What a ball that was. Coming in off the right side. Juan Carlos Azocar, we know he loves to lurk in the box. As this inverted left wing back, the right footer playing on the left for Danny Stone. A goal threat, not just a defensive option for Phoenix Rising.
Great ball played in by Armanakis as well. If that one had found the back of the net, we would have seen that one all over the internet. There's that strike.
Yep, from Fede Varela. Testing from outside the box, and man, that left-footed teasing ball in from Panos Armanakis. I love the run from out to in from Juan Carlos Azócar. We know he's got that tool in his bag. He's not a player that likes to sit all the way wide.
Sano is going to come out.
Entering the match is number 6,
Samuel Bayek.
Leading the match is number 23, Rocco Gonzalo.
Sano, whatever the knock is that he picked up, as there is Antonio Nocerino. Italian football. His first professional coaching gig in Miami FC. Bayek comes in. German midfielder, his 7th appearance. Phoenix sets up for another free kick. This one a little ways away. Armanakis and Azócar are there. Armanakis will run past. Azócar, right-footed shot, just a bit too wide.
I like the effort there from Juan Carlos Azócar, who's found himself involved, Killian, early and often in this game. Can't quite test India there, aiming for that bottom corner. For Miami, after that substitution with Bayek coming on the field, we're seeing Nicolas Cardona shift out to that right wing back spot, a place that he's been in at times this season. Not a foreign spot for him under Nocerino. Not his best spot, in my opinion. Better as a right-sided center back, able to get on the ball in deeper areas to distribute, to try and break lines. Not a fully fledged threat going forward. A defensive substitution, certainly in how it forces this Miami team to rotate.
Fortunately, remember, Select is the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Bird runs over to collect that one. Azócar with his back to his man, turns and tries to find some space. There's a throw in the offense so far.
Play for Miami, building through the middle there with Bota. Really pushing forward out of that central space. Good rhythm, good tempo on some of his passes and progressive dribbling as well.
That's with the throw. Go right back to him. Backfield trying to lead way through traffic, but not going anywhere. He got a lot of Jose Andres Fernandez making a run. They say that it was on him, and we'll set up a free kick now for Miami with their first opportunity tonight, 21 minutes in.
Huge moment for Miami FC. A good bit of pressing in the final third. Panos Armanakis can't quite settle that ball to push forward out of the space for Phoenix Rising. A rare attacking moment for Miami now coming on this set piece.
Simo's there. 2 goals this season. Number 7 in blue. Almost setting up the back line. Shot takes a deflection off the wall. Nicely done defensively, and will bring up the first Carvana corner kick for the visitors. Quick. Can't get around. Armanakis hits the ground again. This time will earn the foul and the ball for his side.
Impressive balance there for Panos Armanakis to stay up for as long as he did, to stay moving for as long as he did. able to earn that foul to give Phoenix a chance to catch their breath. Miami's first real foray into the attacking third for any sustained period of time so far tonight. Again, still the same defensive look from Miami. They're in this 5-4-1, this 5-2-3 shape. Bayek now slotting in as the central defender in that back three.
That one over the top to Cabral. Can't sneak it through. 5 in the back. Holds again.
What I like hearing about the first 20-25 minutes of this game for Phoenix Rising, the intensity they use the ball has been high. How many times have Miami had a chance to pick up their heads, to play a few passes unopposed? We're seeing it right now. It's not been a theme of the early stages. The intensity was strong to start this match in Phoenix. It feels like it's dipped a little bit as this first half is going on.
Goes up on the near side.
That sort of thing's been the theme for Phoenix in 2024. Not a high-pressing team by any stretch of the imagination. Much more comfortable in a 5-4-1 low or a mid-block. Rising, though, I think have the tools, especially with the quality center backs that they have. Mo Traore, Lawrence Wyke, able to do some of the defensive dirty work that John Steinberg can't at this stage of his career. There's quality, there's legs in the back to clean up for a lot of mistakes. Renzo Zambrano is a midfielder that's very, very highly respected as a ball winner in and around the USL Championship. There are pieces here to be more aggressive in the press.
Back in possession in their own third. So 0-0 in Phoenix. Approach a half hour played. Few opportunities for Phoenix. Nothing truly dangerous just yet. Backfield goes nowhere. Straight to the feet of Zambrano.
I talked earlier, Killian, about the lack of a true 9 for Miami FC on the field. Those are the kind of sequences where that comes back to bite you, right? Where Gavilanes gets on the ball, the timing of the next pass of the player running underneath just isn't there, because at this Miami FC team's best, it's Gavilanes being the player running underneath.
Poor pass intercepted. Right, middle set down. Gavilanes played through. Wide open is coming out. Rios Novo. Net is still open. And there is a foul. As there was that collision with Rocco Rios Novo. A scary moment for Phoenix. Zeno gets helped up by Rios Novo.
And that's the risk of letting Gavilanes play make. It's a clear foul. There, Luisinho studs up into Rocco Rios Novo. Get another look at it here. Good initial save from the Argentine goalkeeper for Phoenix.
Stretch it forward quickly now. Rito. Nice touch to set it down. Swung to the near side. Asokar. Beautiful move. Shot deflected down. Is now trying to start a counterattack is Miami. As here's Molino moving forward. Elects to just play it back to Cabral to slow it down.
I like that press break though from Phoenix. Quickly finding Eduardo Rito between the lines. Cutting in from the right side. Juan Carlos Asokar putting on the moves, creating space with that step over, cutting in on his right foot, firing off a shot. Solid defending there from Miami back in their own box.
Rito. First touch tries to find a way around his defender, King. Cabral, one touch, taken down. They're going to play the advantage. Barella works his way ahead, back to Asokar. Back to Asokar. Good shot just off the fingertips. My goodness, Juan Carlos Asokar is having himself an evening so far.
And there's the danger of having Nicolas Cardona play as that right wing back. Asokar knifes right in behind him, has the speed advantage. Plenty of creativity on the movement and on the strike. there from Phoenix Rising. Ultimately a great save from Kadim and Dia.
Took a little bit of a deflection off of one of the defenders as well. Probably made it a little more scary than it may have been if it hadn't. So here's Armanakis now, who will set up with that left foot for this Carvana corner kick. Over his head at the near post, can't get to him. Nicely done to win the ball from Varela. Armanakis going to send this cross back in. Kadim dives on it and lays for a moment to take a breather.
So much to like for Phoenix Rising over the last minute or so. It's incisive play down the left, taking advantage of a mismatch, a player having to shift in Cardona out wider, not his best position. Juan Carlos Azócar takes advantage of that opportunity, nearly makes Miami FC pay. And then after the corner kick, who is it that's doing the defensive dirty work? It's Fede Varela. Again, between him and Jose Andres Hernandez, players that we don't typically expect do a ton against the ball. It's usually Zambrano or it's Armanakis covering ground in midfield and in the half spaces. Tonight it's been Jose Andres Hernandez and Fede Varela. It's great work from those two in the midfield.
Cabral comes and picks that up. He plays a little 1-2 with Molina. Cabral, the lone returner from this 2023 roster. Antonio Nocherinos come in the offseason and to completely revamp and retool this roster. That one trying to be crossed in. Sent right back. Here we get ready for the throw.
Talking about turnover for Miami FC, their president and CEO, Michael Williamson, out across the Atlantic with Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney as Wrexham's CEO in the English lower leagues. Lots and lots of change and a fun little connection there from the USL Championship to Hulu.
It is. The Wrexham club just continues to climb. I'm sure the supporters of Wrexham do not mind little singing and chanting of "We are going up." Traore tries to chip one ahead for Azócar. Just comes all the way out, so not even going to try with that and sends it about 7 rows deep.
And again, it's Azócar finding the space in beyond Nicolas Cardona. It's happening a lot in the last 5-10 minutes of this match. There are real opportunities for Phoenix. They're good on them for finding that space. Now it's just the next pass, the next strike from the left side of the box for Phoenix that we're waiting for.
Match that Azócar has had, you get the feeling that when a goal does come, it's either going to come by way of him or through him in some way, shape, or form.
It certainly seems that way. It's a real advantage for Danny Stone, a difficult thing for Miami to deal with. Azócar, a player who hasn't just played as an outside back in his career. No, he's played higher. He's played as a winger. I think he's got the quality to play even more central spaces and half spaces. Through the middle as a number 10 at times if Phoenix Rising need a boost through the middle. We've seen him rotate all across the forward line this season, late in games. Even from the start of this match, we saw Fede Varela pulling wider. Carlos Armanakis pulling wider and deeper. Allow Carlos Azócar to push a little higher in that attack for Phoenix.
Behind Cardona. Can't get the best of Azócar this time down. Lucinho. Back off Cardona. So then by Zambrano to settle things down. Ball chipped well forward. Rizzo tries to catch up to it. Gets around one defender though. He's got two in front. Still space. Edgardo Rizzo into the box. He's going to turn and lay off for Armanakis. Here's the man in the last 15 minutes, Azócar. Turns and is dispossessed as Cabral comes in. Strong tackle from Cabral. Another opportunity for Phoenix.
Good work from Molina there. Drawing the contact from Remy Cabral. An aggressive player that Miami FC have there. Someone who can push through contact, quick and clever on the ball. That's good work from a Miami team that just needs, Killian, a second to breathe, a second to catch their breath, to be able to reset in the possession.
That will be a throw in to Miami. Actually, will change it. The fourth official is right there on top of it and helped out the rest of the crew. So Carr getting into it a little bit with Cardona.
Cardona doesn't want to give up that ball, knows his team needs a little time to collect themselves.
Presses forward. Sneaking in from the midfield. Sneak back across the pitch. It's headed up for a throw.
Circulation here from Phoenix, trying to find space again.
There's also Carr. Left-footed cross popping up right into the air. The outside the 18, headed up. And back to Stenberg, who will reset, and Phoenix will try to go again.
It's just timing at this point, Killian. The run is there, the movement is there.
White looking for Carr on the back post, chested down, not fully out of danger as Kaneem has to come sliding in dangerously.
Varela finding who else but Juan Carlos Azócar. Azócar can't find a teammate with that outswinger though.
Cabral takes it away. Varela tries to chip it. Varela makes it 1-0. We've been saying it was only a matter of time, and Remy Cabral, the press forces a mistake, and Varela converts it.
A lovely strike from Fede Varela to take advantage of a misplay in the back from Miami FC. Sees an open net, picks his head up, finishes with the right foot. Well done from Fede Varela, a well-taken strike. 1-0 to Phoenix Rising.
Look at this effort from Remy Cabral. He won't get credited with an assist likely, but he certainly deserves one for that.
That's great defensive work. It's been one of the themes of the first half of Phoenix Rising. They've added just a little extra juice without the ball. It's lovely defensive pressure from Phoenix Rising's number 9, not above doing the dirty work. And then such a clean, composed strike from the left side at number 10 for Phoenix Rising tonight.
Varela with his second goal on the year. And has this Phoenix club up 1-0 and a deserving 1-0. I think is fair to say based off how these first 37 minutes have gone.
Yeah, and it's a fitting way for that goal to come. Killian. We've seen lots of nice looks down the left from Juan Carlos Azócar. We've still been waiting on that clear-cut chance from Phoenix. Miami, for all of the pain they've suffered in these early stages, having to make an early substitution, having to sit so deep so often, they've done a really good job of denying clear, clean-cut goal-scoring opportunities. What Phoenix Rising have done so well is work hard off the ball throughout the early stages of this match. The goal to come from Cabral doing that defensive dirty work. And Varela from the left side, where so much attacking joy has come for Rising. It all fits together.
Certainly not done with just the one. You have to assume the way that they've controlled this first half. Sent forward, Cabral trying to get it behind. Sends it out with the head. Yeah, Avila Trying to sprint back. Played forward. Gavalanis gets his feet to it. Little left foot taking deflection, but he didn't get enough on it. And Rocco Rios Novo calmly snags it and throws it back quickly for Asokar.
Rocco Rios Novo sort of in no man's land there. Fortunate for Phoenix.
You can safely make an argument that Rocco Rios Novo operates well out in no man's land.
That's what makes him him, Killian.
He's a free spirit.
No doubt about that. Number 10 in a goalkeeper's body, perhaps.
He just gets to wear gloves. This one laid ahead, Cabral. Tries to stop, right-footed shot, low dribble, and Iambila gets in front of it. Cabral's not done, though. Cabral tries to turn, and it'll be out for a goal kick. Hey, fans, are you hungry? Gonna head on into Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Cane's hand-battered chicken finger and delicious secret sauces is the perfect way to feed your post-game appetite. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers won't love. This is the official. Talking to a little bit. So Cane's grab the coleslaw, the extra bread, extra sauce. No offense to coleslaw, there's no world where I'm keeping
You're subbing that sucker.
Then what do you go with?
Another piece of Texas toast.
Okay, you're a bread guy.
Whenever, I'm a carbs guy. And whenever the carbs are, whatever they are, that's where I follow. You keeping the slaw?
I'm usually an extra sauce guy. Brawl down and earns a foul. We'll stop talking about it.
Yeah, apologies to the coleslaw lovers out there. This might not be the telecast for you.
At Joe C. Lowry on X.
Phoenix Rising settling back into possession here. How they continue to push forward. Now up 1-0, not an opportunity there to let off the gas. We're seeing Jose Andres Hernandez push a little higher even into the attack.
Varela back heel, gets some space. My goodness, what a beautiful play of possession. Still in the ball, his feet finally taken away. Fernandez trying to do a little too much there.
Maybe inspired by Juan Carlos Azocar on the left side of the box. Pulling out the flicks and tricks. It's lovely initial play from Fede Varela. Just holds on to the ball a little too long, too slow to fire that shot on net.
Still looking as we approach the final few minutes of this first half. 1-0 thanks to Fede Varela's goal. Second on the year. Played ahead, White. White for Rito, intercepted though, bit of a poor pass. Iambila came across to get it. Iambila. Good first touch, and then a miscommunication as he overran the ball. A bit of frustration with Luis Pedro. And now, sent over the top, Rito. Can he get to it? Rito sets down, that is open, and he finds the net. It's 2-0. Karim is down at the edge of the 18, and it guards on Rito. Has doubled the Phoenix lead.
Edgardo Rito getting in on the scoring action. Knifing into space over the top from his right wing back spot. Fede Varela pulling the strings, a well-weighted ball. Rito stays with the play after Katim comes out to meet him. Stays composed. A striker's finish from the outside back.
Katim tried to come out. Got that right wrist kind of caught up in Rito. The two both leapt up for the ball. but nicely done. And a big thing is, you said, staying composed. That wide open net, it was there for what seemed like forever. But Rito calmly and coolly placed it in the bottom corner.
Oh, and it's so hard, especially as a player who's not often in those positions. We talked about Juan Carlos Azocar tucking in from the left. Edgardo Rito is much more of a true wide player on that right side. Those are not spots inside the 18 that Rito tends to occupy. To have the ability to say, hey, take a breath, look up, find the open spot, find the bottom corner, even as bodies rush to collapse around you. That's great work from the right wing back.
The lead's been doubled here in this first half. So I think it's fair to say, in doing these matches here at 38th and Washington, this has got to be the best half that we've seen at home for the defending champions.
As it should be, right? Coming up, big game on Wednesday against the Seattle Sounders. An opportunity for Rising to really show not just the USL Championship, but American soccer at large, what they can do coming off of that title. And then you add in the fact that they've struggled so much. We talked about Gabriel Cabral being their only returner from last season. It's a huge change for Miami. They've struggled over in the Eastern Conference. Long road trip, busy time of year for these clubs. This is the kind of performance that Rising have the expectations to put in, not just against the Miami FCs of the USL Championship, but teams higher up the table in both conferences. A good step towards that in the first 45 tonight.
That goal for Rito was his first of the year. First time he scored in over a year. So Rito back on the sheet. Chipped ahead. Right-footed shot. Rios Novos safely pushes it above the ball.
It's a good save from Rocco Rios Novo. A mental lapse there from Phoenix to give Luisinho so much time. One cut, one shot, pass to sliding John Stenberg over. Really the outstretched legs of Phoenix Rising's captain.
Second Carvana quickly taken back post as Rios Novo makes the snag and elects to throw it out quickly. Might not be content with just 2 in this first half. Lots of space out to his right.
And Rito's looking for that ball again. Over the top, get his hands up, looking for it. Zambrano just didn't feed him.
Switch sides now with Fede Varela. There is Jose Andres Hernandez. Right foot shot. Had to slide down to his knees. Was Kareem. Nearly misplayed that ball.
Jose Andres said, well, I just saw Fede score one from a similar spot not too long ago. Why not me? Can't quite beat the key.
Chip back. Back line. Miami trying to build back up. Put something together. Remember, you can watch the match. Be sure to turn on Sirius XM FC 157. North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Plus your live matches from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM.
Seconds of this first half. So much control for them. So many opportunities bursting into their final third. They'll keep this team in the league going into the break.
Rios Novo will take his time as Phoenix with the 2-0. Fede Varela got the scoring started, and then Edgardo Rito tacked on a second. What has easily been one of the most dominant halves of soccer from the defending USL champions. 2-0 through 45. As Phoenix Rising is 45 minutes from a much needed 3 points. Danny Stone will make his way off. Both clubs will head into the locker room to talk things over, see what changes come for the two sides as we get ready for the second half of action from Phoenix. It's 2-0. Phoenix Rising. Don't go anywhere. We got halftime coming up when we come back.
Who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? How fast do you want to get there? At Gateway Community College, you can achieve a career that takes you places in less time and for less money. Opportunity is not just for the select few. Living better is for everyone. Let us help you discover your future.
Quench your thirst and save big at Circle K, America's Thirst Stop. Soda 12-packs are 2 for $12 or 3 for $15. Select 24-pack bottled water cases are 2 for $7 or 3 for $9. And don't forget to grab one of our famous Polar Pop cups that stays cold longer, starting at just 99 cents. Only at Circle K, your one-stop shop for all your thirst needs. See store for details.
Get free checking at Arizona Financial. Plus, get $200 cash when you open your new checking account. There's no catch, no minimums, just 100% free checking, including free identity protection, built-in security features, and 24/7 mobile banking. Your financial future has arrived at Arizona Financial. Get the tools, security, high yields, and free checking you want, including free identity protection. Open your new checking account today and receive $200 cash. Visit arizonafinancial.org/free.
Basketball player. Not for the sport, just to see a different perspective on life. What's the funniest thing you've ever heard a fan shout during a game?
That somebody was shouting to me that I'm and then he was saying, you know you're
I have a good one. No. I had fans one time just go, get the baby off the field.
You have to swap lives with another athlete outside of soccer for a week. Who do you choose and what's the first thing you do? Let's go for Djokovic. I would enjoy being him and having his money.
You were supposed to ask me, but all right, you answered your own question.
Has a goal celebration ever gone wrong for you?
Last year, I was coming back from my broken foot when I scored, and I celebrated, and I kicked the out of the board.
Back across,
Love sweet potato fry. Outside of soccer, what sport do you think you could have gone professional in?
I was training volleyball. I had to choose what I wanted to do.
How good were you?
I had potential. I was the guy who was doing the set. What would you do?
So when I first moved to the States...
Me go. I'll go. One more question. That's a good question. You can invite 3 people from the soccer world, past or present, to dinner. Who makes the guest list?
Messi, Mourinho, and Darius Formella, so he can meet Messi.
So we're not gonna talk with Mourinho. He can sit there and bring us our drinks, and we're gonna talk with Messi.
Welcome back in 38th in Washington. It's 2-0 Phoenix Rising FC over Miami FC. Reminder, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Solari. As you just saw a bit of fun between Darius Formella and Jose Andres Hernandez. As we've seen a lot, the Rising social media team, the creative team, doing an awesome job every time with those, but that had to have been one of the better ones. Good fun getting to learn a little bit more about those guys. We're going to take another break. We've got more halftime, some highlights coming up when we come back.
You get it done.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Traeger up over the top. Tristan Traeger. It's in.
Opportunity here. The hits and a goal.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
They're hungry for the women's game. They want to see women's soccer. They want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL. You can see it in my eyes. Only want the best. Everybody never lie. Won't settle for less. Got me looking to the sky. Got me feeling blessed. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest. Burning up inside of my chest. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Phoenix Rising are your reigning national champs, and they're fired up for the 2024 season. So come witness it. Watch your United Soccer League champs face off against Orange County SC. Saturday, June 8th at 8. Right here in Central Phoenix off 38th Street in Washington. And only 5 light rail stops from downtown Phoenix and Tempe. Tickets start at just $15. Go to phxrisingfc.com to buy your tickets now. Kickoff Saturday, June 8th at 8.
Back in 2-0 first half. Phoenix Rising on top of Miami FC at the half. Presented by Solari, Killen McClatchy, Joe Lowry. Some of the news and notes from around the USL. Still open cup season. Got the round of 16 coming up this week. Detroit City and New Mexico United, 2 of the top ones. Though the big names, and 7 other USL Championship clubs advancing that round of 16. Phoenix Rising got a big one against Seattle Sounders coming up next week. 2 unbeatens through 10 matches this season. Charleston Battery and Sacramento Republic, 1 in the East, 1 in the West. Just the 11th time teams have been unbeaten through 10 games, Joe. That's an impressive run.
It is. We saw Sacramento's quality, even as they're still working to figure some things out in the Western Conference. They sit on top with 20 points through 10 matches, a ton of quality in Mark Briggs' side.
Certainly impressive. Remember, the next home game for Phoenix Rising at Orange County SC in a couple of weeks. Long road trip coming up for the defending champs, June 8th, right here in Phoenix. We'll take it to phxrisingfc.com. Those are some of your USL news and notes. A 2-0 match. Watching halftime here from Phoenix. Promise, got some highlights coming up. There were a bunch of them for Phoenix.
This spring, Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Life is full of bright moments. But sometimes those moments seem too far away. Trained and caring crisis specialists here in Arizona can assist you with any situation, big or small. Call or text 988 for free and confidential mental health support 24/7. These moments matter, and so do you.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car.
Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car. So go to Carvana, enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
Life happens every day. From small milestones,
It's official.
to big victories. With online programs that fit your life, NAU moves at the speed of you, so you won't miss a single moment.
Mountain.
Get started at nau.edu/NAU online.
Tonight's broadcast of Phoenix Rising FC is presented by Equality Health, by Carvana, and by Northern Arizona University. Welcome back in. Look at that, Joe. So much space up there.
Camera crew putting in work tonight.
Honestly, beautiful shot. Nice moon. I don't know the moon phases well enough to tell you exactly which one that is. I'm not
Gibbous.
astronomer.
It's gibbous.
Okay. It's a cool moon. That's what our team back is. I like that one, a cool moon. 2-0 here at the half. Phoenix Rising. As we got the Solari halftime going on for you right here. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry. I promise you we got some highlights coming. Here are the first half highlights presented by Desert Ford Dealers. The best first half we've seen from Phoenix.
Lovely play from Phoenix Rising. So much of it coming down the left in the early stages. Through Juan Carlos Azocar, Fede Varela testing the goalkeeper. Panos Hamanakis whipping in balls from the right as well. Trying to find Azocar. And then a bit of magic.
Yeah, Remy Cabral. Look at this play. This is just good hustle. They did credit him with an assist, but Fede Varela calmly, coolly, a little curly with the right foot to the back of the net.
It's a great strike, a simple but effective look. All on the back of Remy Cabral's hard work in the press. Fantastic play from Phoenix Rising's number 9 and a good finish from Fede Varela.
Second goal in the year for Varela, and then right back just another few minutes later at Edgardo Rito. Great run, calmly slots it home.
Tons of composure on these two first half finishes from Phoenix Rising. Rito finding himself in unfamiliar territory, but making no mistake inside the 18.
A little selling from Edgardo Rito. Those were your first half highlights presented by Desert Ford Dealers. Here are those stats. Like we said, I mean, we've seen a lot of these matches already here, a lot of home matches early on, as we got the Gateway Community College first half stats. Domination, I think, is the best way to put it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of other ways to put it, frankly. Killing 10 shots to Miami FC's 3. Phoenix dominating on expected goals as well. 1.24 in favor of Phoenix, just 0.15 in favor of Miami FC. The attacks have been coming from both sides for Rising. A lot of balance in their first half display.
One of the big numbers, that possession, you see the 64-35, but so many passes in the attacking third for Phoenix. 181 compared to the 63 for Miami.
It's the passing ability that's built on top of how hard Phoenix have worked defensively. It's plays like that one from Cabral that, yes, results in a goal, but so many other defensive sequences from folks like Fede Varela and Jose Andres Hernandez. Those players are putting work against the ball so that Rising have more looks in possession in dangerous areas.
Great crowd here tonight at 38th and Washington as school is out, celebrating the kids here tonight and getting them a good show as we're going to come back around to Lowry's Lowdown presented by Peoria Nissan. We'll revisit it, and so far I think Phoenix Rising's done a pretty good job with theirs.
Yeah, they absolutely have. They have punished a struggling defense coming into tonight. Miami FC had a lot more goals than all but one other squad in the USL Championship. Phoenix have truly punished them down the left, down the right, finding runners through the middle as well on some of those crosses from wide areas from Panos Hamanakis on the right and Azocar on the left. For Miami, we've seen a clear shape from them. We have seen that 5-4-1 low block, but they've struggled to win their individual defensive battles. We see Nicolas Cardona overrun on their right side, Phoenix's left, by Azocar, pulled out of shape by Varela, even pulled out of shape earlier on in the match by Remy Cabral. It's been a difficult first half for Antonio Nocerino's side.
Defending champions making their way back out. 8th place in the Western Conference, 12 points coming in, a 4-match unbeaten streak across all competitions. Mentioned that big win in the round of 32 for the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Ready for a big one against Seattle Sounders this next week.
It's a massive opportunity for Phoenix, their first chance of the year to test themselves against a foe from Major League Soccer. The advantage, Killian, of going up 2-0 so early, besides the obvious of having a real chance now to sink your teeth in and snag all 3 points at home in front of this great crowd, maybe Danny still can go to his bench a little bit earlier. Right, Darius Formella away from the team right now after the birth of his child. Maybe you don't need Remy Cabral for the entire second 45 minutes. Maybe you don't need Panos Amanakis or Varela or the wingbacks to stay on and burn through all of the fuel in their tank at this point. Danny Stone, maybe, with a strong start to the second half, having a chance to rotate a little bit, pre-rotate really, ahead of that game against Seattle.
They head up to the Pacific Northwest on Wednesday for that match at Starfire Sports Complex, one of the toughest places to play. We're a visiting club, and we're back underway in this second half. 2-0 start, Fede Varela and Eduardo Rito, the goal scorers. Stanford quickly comes across. Shows early on, at least through these first little bit at the start. We're going to try and maybe put a little bit of pressure forward on this Phoenix Rising side.
One player to watch in the midst of that pressure is around the shot. 10 rows up there on the north stand. One player to watch is on the other side. It's Jordan Ayambilla, the left wing back for Nocerino tonight. We saw his blazing speed a few times in the first half. Didn't end up ever truly punishing Phoenix Rising. But of all the players in the attack for Miami FC, it was Gavilanes through the middle, who pulled a couple of strings, and Jordan Ayambilla, who showed flashes of real danger.
Of the screen, at least for the moment, the way that the shape is right now for Miami. Switch back to this side. And Fede Varela have been bouncing around and trading off with each other in that first half.
Yeah, we're seeing more now of a 3-diamond 3 look from Phoenix Rising, with Jose Hernandez flaring out to the left, Panos Amanakis on the right with Varela. And as that number 10, you can see him there getting on the ball, looking for a run. Hoping to find Remy Cabral, maybe to find Jose Andres Hernandez. A little bit of a tweak from Danny Stone coming out of the break to see if that look continues, or if it's more of a situational thing.
What do you think, Bill, on the other side? Could it simply be a, hey, we have this 2-0 lead, maybe let's play around, let's try some things out and see what we think about it.
Yeah, and we'll see if this ends up being a look that we get more of as the second half wears on. But that sort of falls under the umbrella of, hey, you've got a little bit of flexibility. It's not time to take your foot off the gas yet. Whether it's looking ahead to the game against Seattle or looking further down the USL Championship schedule as you enter the dog days of summer out here in the Valley of the Sun, having a couple of different tools in your kit is far from the worst thing.
So a bit of a poor touch. Andres Hernandez tried to hit Cabral as he was streaking, attempting to make a run.
What did Jose Mourinho? I say Andres Hernandez. Who is that, Formella?
I think it was Formella.
It's a great spot.
Big messy guys.
Big messy guys, that's for sure.
So something down there. Just a ton of fun to learn more about these guys and how they're all away from the pitch. Sweet potato fry guys, you know.
As they should be. It's just a cultural palette. And we're seeing this diamond shape kind of persist. For viewers at home, Renzo Zambrano has now just moved off your screen. Sitting deep as that single pivots. You've got Panos Amanakis on the ball as he passes it back to John Stenberg. And you've got Jose Andres Hernandez almost level in line with Amanakis. And Fede Varela now with the freedom to go and find the game. Now he shifted out wide left. Lots of interplay in central midfield between those four players. More of a diamond look.
So what's kind of the real advantage for those at home who don't necessarily know as much? What's one of the real advantages of doing this?
Yeah, well, you get Hernandez and Carlos Armanakis outside of Miami FC's midfield too in this alignment, right? If you could find the ball in behind, especially Gabriel Cabral maybe on that right side, as Jose Andres Hernandez now shows and sort of gesturing to his feet, looking for space, maybe overload those half spaces a little bit more while still keeping a number in the center to get Remy Cabral involved in the game.
Just tried to sneak one through for Rizzo, the goal scorer, for his first goal in over a year. 2023, the last time Rizzo found the back of the night till tonight. All the way in. Rizzo slides. Nicely done. The foot stays out and take it down. A little bit of pain. Zambrano gets checked out.
He's feeling it. A crucial player in central midfield for Phoenix Rising, their strongest defensive presence in that part of the field. Just catches a little bit of the leg there from Alejandro Mitrano. Looks like Zambrano's going to be fine.
Taking his time.
He's one of those players, Killian, that I wouldn't be surprised if we see Danny Stone move off the field in the next 10, 15 minutes or so, assuming nothing happens between now and then as far as Miami FC's attacking play is concerned. For that one, just a little ahead of Zambrano. Comes in behind him. Well, on the free kick there from Miami. And again, we talked about it in the first half, Killian. These are the kinds of moments that if you're Miami FC, you have to try to capitalize on. This is not a great spot for a free kick. Maybe you look at wide before then finding a runner. You see Biek high up the field, number 6 there on your screen. It's for the left half space for Miami. This is an opportunity to play it short. Fun to look at, but these dead ball moments haven't come around often for Miami. Good opportunities nonetheless.
Cabral to take it. Flying in the back post, center. Knocked down, looking for a handball, nothing there. But Phoenix able to clear it out. Now going to try to start on the counter. Armanakis, he's got men to both sides. Lays it forward. Long run for Jose Andres Hernandez, who has to wait up for the ball. Varela tries to turn and take him down. The official wags the finger saying no.
Varela looking for the contact there in the box. Nothing doing as we get a look at this set piece from Miami FC, finding Biek on the left side of the box, but Rising then having the opportunity to go the other way. Miami can't quite beat that last line of the Rising defense.
Nicely done by White to just kind of poke that foot out, clear it just far enough away to alleviate the pressure and try to start that counter.
A little bit of a press here from Phoenix Rising. Carlos Armanakis starting and gesturing behind him for his teammates to join, jumping up a line. More defensive intensity in the first half than we've seen in earlier stretches this season, and we're seeing more of it in the second 45.
You kind of get the feeling after that first half, Phoenix controlled it, and now Danny Stone's kind of saying, you know what, let's keep the pressure going, put the foot further down the gas.
Yeah, as you should, right at home in front of your own crowd. You have the quality advantage, you have the location advantage. A real chance for Phoenix to make a statement.
Chase this one down. Almost oversteps it. Right in front. Almost left-footed cross. Zero Snogo calmly collects.
Someone's taking one, right? I hope so. Okay. Did you tell someone to? Yes, yeah. He's got it with the pink there. He's wobbling his ass. The interns aren't going to be making new stuff. Yeah. I got to say, we got to
that midfield diamond for Phoenix. Miami now having to pinch in, essentially to try and avoid those passes being played into Armanakis or Jose Andres Hernandez, leaving even more space on the wing. Whether that's a Gordo Rito on one side, Juan Carlos Azacar on the other. Miami do a good job of dealing with that second phase. Phoenix tries and build up there. It's something to watch as the second half continues.
Takeaway by Cabral, nicely done. Really impressed with the way that Cabral has played. Not really had many opportunities in terms of scoring, but really his effort level has been extreme.
If you want to endear yourself to your teammates as a goal-hungry number 9, providing the occasional opportunity or even just that little bit of space for your teammates is a darn good way to do it.
Great ball in from Russell Carr as he's got the footwork going tonight. Rito, little 1-2. Rito gets to it and taken down at the edge of the 18 and no foul.
That combination, Carlos Armanakis and Edgardo Rito looked like such a promising one. Way back at the start of this year, Killing, we haven't seen a ton of fruit come from those two players being used together on the right side. And we have seen, of course, some other lineup combinations on the wing from Danny Stone. But a reminder just there of how lethal those two can be. They seem to have a really good understanding of the other's movement on the right side.
Cabral sneaked up again, another takeaway. This one then Andres Hernandez. Here's Cabral, left-footed shot, tried the tight angle, but couldn't find home.
Armanakis waving his arms above his head to say, I'm here lurking. Phoenix had a couple of runners in there. We talked about Cabral being goal hungry, as he should be. Here's an opportunity there to find a cutback from the left side. That shot coming from a really, really tough angle.
Long one over the top. It's not going to go in. There's Rios Novo. Tries to take a few steps over. Decide which ball he wants to pick up.
And again, we're nearing the time where we've got some Phoenix players warming up there on the south side. Wouldn't expect it to be too much longer before we see Danny Stone make some sort of lineup shift.
The ball. Backfield pass from Marcus. Rito. That's Cabral. Space. He likes to pull it out. Good turn, Zambrano. Armanakis chips one ahead, looking for Cabral, who chests it down to himself. A little over the top. Cabral, if he can get to it, Cabral goes down and can't get enough behind it to create a real opportunity.
I love the vision there from Fede Varela. Just a little clipped ball over the top. Cabral does everything he can to get a clean strike. Can't quite wrap his right foot around the ball there to get to it cleanly still. That's the kind of sequence that Phoenix Rising are hoping for from Fede Varela when they brought him in ahead of last season.
Rito sends it all the way to the back post. Varela, strong touch. Still fighting with the ball with Cardona. That'll be out, and there will be a goal kick.
truly have been in control in the second 45 minutes. Still not a lot of joy to Antonio Nocerino's frustration from his side, pushing forward into the attack. We're seeing a little bit of a shift here from Miami with Luisinho moving up top to occupy that number 9 position. But still, even as they shuffle, no true 9 to help bring others into the game, to let Gavilanes get on the ball underneath, to then play make and thread some of those through balls forward, or really to move into the box himself as that secondary accent runner. Pieces just not quite fitting together tonight for Miami.
Goes ahead, Rito long run as Karim comes sliding in to snag that one.
Muscarella again, drifting into that pure number 10 position, with Armenakis moving wider towards this right side, getting on the ball, allowing the players around him to pull Miami's midfield block apart. Receive, play forward, find a runner in behind. Overhit on that ball in behind, but such a nice sequence for Phoenix.
Not really to anywhere. Really a nice job. Come clapping. Rocco Rios Novo loving what he's seeing from his 10-man out in front of him tonight. Backfield. Trying to find the ball, but he wasn't in the right spot. Trying to find something. All it takes is one, Joe. If you can find one goal, reinvigorate that entire Miami side and give them an opportunity to see if they can't try and pull a road point.
And they need it badly. We're seeing some strange spacing on this near side, finally getting the ball in the foot of Molina, taking advantage of that overload.
Molina cross back to the center and threw it away. The captain Stenberg.
Finally a little more intention there for Miami. They've got the opportunity to switch to the far side, using that overload to isolate concept. They don't take advantage. Instead, it's Molina who ends up playing that ball, that cutback. Looking for Cabral. Will now take this set piece.
Carvana corner kick of this second half. Proud sponsor of the Phoenix Rising. We'll drive you happy. This one looking for the back post. Fine. Nowhere as it rolls out. The USL Championship is on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Golazo Network if you're watching there. Keep your eyes tuned all week long, and ESPN Plus from USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings.
We're seeing a couple of subs ready on the near side for Phoenix Rising. Looks like Gabby Torres and Alejandro Fuenmayor. Reinforcements for the defensive unit for Phoenix, allowing some players to have a bit of a breather ahead of that round of 16 game in the Open Cup.
Marcus, lay off. Yeah, Rizzo to his right, elected to hold off.
Again, there's Jose Andres Hernandez getting the ball out wide, again outside of that double pivot in midfield for Miami FC. You want your playmakers picking up the ball in those spots between the lines, having a chance to receive on the half turn.
Asso Carr tried to drive his foot through that one. Wanted a shot from long range as White comes to get involved.
See, there are a lot of runners in the box for Phoenix. Yeah, you have Fede Varela and Azokar and Rito and Cabral. Don't love the static nature of some of the positioning there. Of all those players, who's the real aerial threat? Remy Cabral, yes, but he's still a player who's trying to find himself and his physicality. Rito, Azokar, Varela, certainly not an aerial threat inside the box. A little more movement off the ball when it's on the foot of Lawrence White on the right side. Go a long way for Phoenix to not have to rely on those kinds of low percentage crosses.
Gabby Torres going to come in for the goal scorer. Edgardo Rito. And the captain, John Stenberg, going to get a breather for the rest of this second half as Ale Fuenmayor will come on for him. Russell Carr looked a little ginger after that shot attempt as Fuenmayor still waiting to come on. Russell Carr tried that long shot, looked like kind of just caught a little bit of the defender as well with that right foot. He was a little hobbled.
We'll see what happens with Russell Carr. With Gabby Torres coming on the field, you expect him to move over to this right side on the side of his dominant foot to allow Torres to go across to the other side and play as that natural left wing back. Russell Carr not in a rush here, certainly. It makes you wonder what happens if he can't go.
So Carr coming together with Ryan Bila. Two were the ones that collided. So they check on Aso Carr. Hold a second. Rising fans and Valley fans, the reigning USL champs, Phoenix Rising FC. Orange County SC on June 8th. Cheer them to victory at their beautiful stadium here in Central Phoenix. For every pass, every stop, every goal, and every win, starting at just $15 a seat. There's a place for everyone. Get your tickets at phxrisingfc.com. We are Phoenix Rising. Todos Rojos.
And we do see Erickson Gallardo coming on. He'll play as that right-sided wing back. Now with Gabby Torres on the left as Aso Carr has to come off. Two different players now who will be holding the width for Phoenix as we still wait Ale Fuenmayor. He's been standing over by the fourth official for quite some time. Finally now able to replace the captain, John Stenberg.
Fuenmayor will come on. Approaching the point where I'm sure Ale might have been worried they forgot about him over there.
Gotta put up your hand sometimes.
Two changes on both wings. And a new man at the back as Gallardo gets it quickly, and his first touch was too strong. Gallardo had a nice assist on the game-winning goal in extra time in that match against North Carolina FC to help send this side to their first ever round of 16 in the USL Cup.
Defensive pressure from Phoenix Rising, trying to unsettle Miami as they try to build from the back. Cabral now coming over on the near side, trying to trap against this near sideline.
Fernandez Fuenmayor has his first touch.
The first one was reserved, the second one I didn't know what happened.
6.5 minutes played here tonight in Phoenix. 2-0 lead for the defending champions. Fede Varela in the 36th and Edgardo Rito in the 43rd.
It's a great ball from Mo Traore. Miami really stretched as they extended defensively there. Jose Andres Hernandez in a ton of space between the lines. You need a center back who can draw the defender in. Move the ball around him to actually play that pass, and Mo Traore is certainly that guy on the left for Phoenix. Space on the far side there. Traore takes advantage of it with the ball. And you're really struggling to find the right balance between staying compact, yes, but also needing to push for something. Down 2-0, clock ticking. Just over 20 minutes left in this match. They're trying to extend, they're trying to go and pressure. Phoenix Rising's back through, but when they do, The center backs for Phoenix have been so sharp looking for those incisive passes into the midfielders. This diamond look from Danny Stone in the second half, helping players like Jose Andres Hernandez get on the ball more in good spots. Miami can't quite get their head around the shift. Earlier about maybe Phoenix don't quite have the right personnel in open play to take advantage of crossing opportunities, or at least not hopeful ones from deeper areas where you need an aerial target. If you get the ball back from the end line, it's a different story. I don't mind that from Mullins White. I don't mind that from the left side of Horizon setup either. Take a beat. Don't force the ball into the box if it's not there. Keep the rhythm high, yes. But don't force it.
Sent forward, crossed in. Cabral tries to get his head to it.
Down the left side from the new entrant, Gabby Torres. Just looking for Remy Cabral. It's a better type of cross for Phoenix. There's a difference between trying to take advantage of little tiny slivers of space against a set defense where they can go and challenge those crosses from a standing position. They have the positional advantage there. There's a difference between that kind of low percentage cross and one that looks for an on-rushing runner against a scrambling, backpedaling defender. Still a difficult situation to capitalize on, but a better look nonetheless.
The ball laid it ahead. Low cross in, but right into Hayden, who lays down on top of it. He gets back over quickly.
Marcus looking for the ball at the back post there, doesn't quite reach him. The right-sided number 10 for Phoenix Rising tonight has done a ton of dirty work off the ball. We talked about Remy Cabral doing that in the first half of Varela's goal. Marcus has been looking for that run. He's been making that run, looking for the ball at the back post early and often tonight. Just not quite there for Rising.
Looks like Suffern's way to
done a lot of defensive work, either leading the line or playing off the wing in this match for Antonio Notarino. Not a real payoff for Luisinho. Had a nice look, cutting out on his right foot in the first half, testing Rocco Rios Novo. Ultimately not on the score sheet.
Here comes on. Football 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. Football is free to play, so go and download it now. This little 1-2. Play it back to White.
Surprised we haven't seen more movement from the Phoenix bench. Still a couple of levers that Danny Stone can pull ahead of a big game on Wednesday. Some subs already in the field, yes, especially when we look out wide. Both sides, Gallardo, Torres, Mayor. We fully expect to see Phoenix use those last two subs well before the final whistle.
Marcus. tonight. Crosses one in just over the top of Cabral.
Varela doing his best to feed Cabral, who fed him for Phoenix's opener. Another great idea from Fede Varela, the number 10 for Phoenix Rising, looking for Cabral with that outswinger. Just a little overhit.
Had that one locked down the whole way.
Gavilanes has been dangerous for Miami tonight. Good defending from Lawrence Wyke after the initial play to just force him wide before that left-footed hopeful ball into the box. Bit of a Schross there. If it ends up on the far side of the net, great. If it ends up into the path of a teammate, just as good.
75 minutes played tonight. Varela and Rito, the 2 goal scorers.
There's no hurry there. Waiting to draw Miami forward before he does anything with that ball. Why not? Like the more that you engage the opposing defense in sequences like this, the more space there'll be somewhere else on the field. If you force an opposing attacker to come to you, that means space is now opened up elsewhere. Rising break.
Actually right here, Cabral comes forward. Cabral. Let's put that one in the open.
Saw Kadim off his line there. I don't mind the attempt from Remy Cabral. The execution
Lucas DePaulo will come on with a sub for Miami. He'll come over. On both sides. Midfield is Ayambila. He's suffering from a little bit of cramping as well. And Quayshow getting ready to come on. Mentioned at the top, this is one of the hottest days that we've had in Phoenix all year. Triple digits today. Certainly cooled down after the sun's down, but a little warmer as here is Fede Varela, the other goal scorer, the opening goal scorer, going to make his way off. Great job, well done tonight.
Yeah. Good performance from Fede Varela, one of his best of 2024. It's the kind of performance you hope for against the struggling Miami FC side. Lovely work from the number 10 for Phoenix Rising. A big test ahead on Wednesday against Seattle. We'll certainly see Varela get minutes in that match in one form or another. Now can we see a perfect opportunity for Emil Quayshow. Not somebody who you can really always trust to be the lock picker of Phoenix Rising. He doesn't have to be that right now. He gets to do his best things out there on the field, which are defensive work, the dirty work, hard running off the ball. With a little bit of a cushion at home, 15 more minutes left to be played. This is a perfect match for Quayshow to make an impact.
Paula actually going to come in as he makes his way off.
Just a tough night for Miami FC fitness-wise. Think about the early sub in the first half. Players cramping, having some fitness issues in the second half. Got a feel for this squad, still trying to find something. Just one win in their last 4, looking like it's going to be one win in their last 5 out of the Open Cup. Been a difficult first third or so of the year for Miami FC.
This is a tough road trip to make. You come all the way across the country. You got to travel multiple time zones. This gets taken down from behind. Almanakis, so he'll be shown a yellow right away.
A caution has been issued by the referee to Phoenix Rising FC number 21, Panos Armanakis.
Comes in from behind there on Gavilanes. It's a clear yellow card. A little bit of frustration there maybe from Panos after he loses the ball higher up the field. hasn't quite had the impact you hope. Tonight, smart off-ball movement has been there in spades from Armanakis. The reward there from his teammates, not quite fitting. Still not a bad performance at all when it comes down to that.
11 minutes left to play. Certainly, match isn't over just yet. Goal here for Miami in the next few minutes can certainly make things interesting. This one crossed in, but no danger to that one. As Rios Novo wants to try and get things going in a counterattack. Andreas Hernandez is off for Quayshow. Quayshow weaving his way through a couple defenders.
Something about that left side tonight, killing Juan Carlos Azocar, pulling out the tricks. Step overs in the first half. Fede Varela trying to make his mark. Does so on the goal, but other moments as well. No question, I drifted to the left and pulling out some skill.
Crossed in into the middle, but no gets there. Armanakis settles it back down.
It's a great ball from Lawrence Clark to keep the momentum going for Phoenix, to move the ball right back in, right onto the foot. One of your best attackers from Armanakis.
Excited. It's where the ball put in the back of the net.
It's a great ball. A great idea from Erickson Gallardo. Cutting in. And slipping it through with the right foot. The timing just not quite there between the right wing back and Remy Cabral. Great idea though. You see the thumbs up from Cabral. That's the kind of service he loves. Cabral, ninth into space so often for Colorado Rapids 2 and MLS Next Pro last season. The Pro Golden Boot winners in the third tier, now up in the second division. He's really sharp over the last month of change for Phoenix.
He's been a guy that, and we've talked about it throughout the season, the early portion, goal scoring. It was the big question mark for Phoenix coming in. They lost so much from a year ago in this club in terms of that scoring, so who is going to come from? Not necessarily, at least on paper when we first looked at it, there wasn't any huge moves, but you look at the ball to place X amount of goals, and at least to this point, it took him a little bit of time to get going, but it seems you got to be happy the way he's produced through the first couple matches.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be thrilled with what you've gotten from Remy Cabral. Even hoping, Killian, to your point, you lose 32 goals between Manu Arteaga and now over in Tampa Bay. And Danny Trejo playing his trade in Poland in the first year over there, taking his chance at moving across the Atlantic. You lose so much, you hope Remy Cabral coming over from MLS Next Pro can be the guy to replace Arteaga's production. And he has done that quite well this season. It took him a little bit to get going, as you said. Still, at times, I feel struggling to adapt to some of the physicality of the USL Championship. That's never really truly going to be his game. If he can elevate a little bit more. That's the ball.
Here's Cabral looking for another one, but a good save. As Karim was way out at the edge of the 18. Cabral can't believe he didn't find the back of the net that time.
Well, that's the stuff that Remy Cabral loves. Finding an opportunity to knife forward off the ball. That's good goalkeeping from Miami FC. That's the stuff that Rising have found a way to accentuate in Cabral's game. Finding those little runs. We've seen a couple movements, even in the last 2-3 minutes, that do a great job of encapsulating how Remy Cabral wants the ball 2 feet, wants the ball into space that then he can go and run onto. He's done a great job of replacing some of the production that Rising lost after 2020.
Gallardo waits up for that ball, backing down his man. He's going to send one in. Quayshow, lovely touch. Switches field. Low, deflected down around Gabriel Cabral. Sends it back the other way. Here's Mejia. Tough night for Miami. Just seems to be accentuated by the fact that it seems like every time they get a touch, there's just not a second in there.
Rising have done a good job with that defensive pressure. Miami also sluggish and sloppy as they tried to transition forward. Missing some of the personnel in ideal spots. No 9 to bring others in that attacking midfield line into the game. It's been a struggle for Miami, and that's been the theme for them in 2024.
Should intercept that pass. Andreas Hernandez. Gets it to his right, comes down and goes out for a corner kick. Set up for a Carvana corner kick. Kids out of school. Loving the 2-0 showing so far from their defending champions. Low driven one, leaping up through the air. Found Cabral, goes right back to Gardu, who takes the cross. Here's Zambrano, knifing his way up the middle, looks again for Cabral, who goes down, and Cabral can't believe there wasn't a foul.
Zambrano flipping that ball in. Some contact there certainly from Cardona. Not enough in it for a penalty. That's a good call for the referee. Good no call.
As the young Italian on his birthday, Giulio Doratiotto. Goals in back-to-back matches. Scored his first one in the Open Cup, the winner. It was an electric one and a huge one in extra time.
Yeah, big moment for Phoenix Rising in a difficult road match. So well taken from Doratiotto to guide that into the back of the net with his left foot. A good run into the box. That's so much of what makes Doratiotto now just 20 years old, of course, tonight on his birthday. Just so young. It's part of what makes him so dangerous, his ability to move off the ball, to add another option in the box. Covers so much ground, big frame, long legs. He's got a bright future.
Broke down the goal earlier this week. The coolest things he said, honestly, was it was great scoring that first goal, the first professional goal in that moment in the Cup game. He goes, it was also cool to be able to do it for Mother's Day. I love that. Again, happy birthday to the 20-year-old Giulio Doratiotto. Wind down the last few minutes here in Phoenix. Giulio plays his first touch tonight. 1-2, nicely done. Slide tackle and a takedown in from behind. And it will bring up a free kick in a dangerous location for Phoenix.
Gabby Torres running onto that ball. It's a big challenge. They're on the far side corner. Well-earned yellow card. Guys and now the chance to watch a little more time. Took off the clock. As we see this get closer and closer to the full lane.
Paulo who gets called for it. Quayshaw will be the man to take this. Essentially a short corner kick. crossed around, nowhere to go.
It feels like Rising just seeing this game out. Miami still haven't found a way to threaten on the break, even as they make some of those short bursts forward out of their defensive block. Phoenix still so much time on the ball. Gavilanes a little frustrated that he doesn't have pressures around him to force that turnover high.
For your new career at Gateway Community College. Gateway, you can treat your dream career in less time and for less money. Get started at gatewaycc.edu. Julio dispossessed. Taken right back away by Phoenix. Let's start back the other direction. Still reruns, still with the ball at the feet. Oh, here's Gallardo. Gallardo. Left-footed shot. Right up to the hands. Just getting a little baby hopped up to his right to make the save.
It's unreal work in midfield from Renzo Zambrano to keep the ball on his foot for so long, charging forward into the attacking half. Then to release the pressure by finding the runner on the opposite side, and Erickson Gallardo. That is fantastic work.
The official is indicated to be a minimum of 3 minutes of time.
3 minutes. So Phoenix Rising can pick up 3 more points. It'll be their 4th victory on the year as long as the result holds. Gallardo streaking Julio in the back post. They've scored in back-to-back games now. They'll try to extend to 3 maybe. Traore nifty the ball on his feet. White holding up. Plays it all the way back to Rocco Rios Novo as time continues to tick away on this one. Right ahead, Zambrano trying to get in behind for Cabral as Cabral ran right over the top. Back as again he turned and looked for something. There was nobody there. Trying to get something back for a shot. Well, too high.
Cabral fighting for that ball. Just can't get on the end of it. Miami have the ability to come down and attack the other way, and now we see Phoenix with the ball in their own box. Rios Novo sprays it out right, no rush.
Well, you look ahead for Phoenix Rising, as we said, huge matchup in a round of 16 for the first time in club history. They travel up to Seattle on Wednesday. Some big road matches in league play. You got Indy 11. Saturday, May 25th, and then back the next week going to Vegas.
21. Was it? 21?
Yeah. Conference foe, Las Vegas Lights.
A different Las Vegas Lights team than one we've seen before. New ownership coming in over the offseason. The former Major League Baseball slugger, former MLB slugger, Jose Bautista, now pulling some of the shots at the top of that organization. Las Vegas still trying to find themselves in the West, but a lot of quality in this team. They drew 2-2 in Blue City, are in the process of drawing 2-2. It's a great result at home for them.
Jose Bautista, sporting director here, Brendan McCarthy.
A little backyard baseball going. Eat the whole seed, or you crack it open and then get to the good from the inside. You gotta crack it open. You don't have to. I'm telling you, you don't have to. Fibrous.
Well, that's it. final whistle blows. You can quit listening to us blabber about nonsense. A 2-0 victory for Phoenix Rising. The unbeaten streak runs to 5 now in all competitions. Fede Varela scores the opener, and Edgardo Rito closes it up with the second goal for Danny Stone's side, as they now get to turn their full attention to Seattle in the round of 16 of the U.S. Open Cup.
A great result tonight for Phoenix Rising, taking care of business at home against a struggling Miami FC side. 3 points ahead of a big game on Wednesday. An opportunity in the second half as well for Danny Stone to manage the minutes of some of his key players.
Certainly. Well, a 2-0 final. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take one more break, and we'll be right back to wrap things up for you. Some of the final highlights from Phoenix. A 2-0 victory for Phoenix Rising.
You came looking for a light beer. And you found gold. Modelo Oro. The light beer with a smooth, elevated taste and a clean, crisp finish. Perfect for those who never settle for less than they deserve. Modelo Oro, the gold standard of light beer.
Well, it's finally happening. The robots. They're coming.
Hi, Amory.
Maybe that's a good thing.
She said what? She said what? I was ready like a full 20 minutes before you. What are you talking about?
It drives better than you do, babe.
Who does? Bye, robot.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car. So go to Carvana, enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
Back in to wrap things up for you here tonight in Phoenix. A 2-0 victory for Phoenix Rising over Miami FC. A nice win, 5 straight unbeaten for the defending USL champions, as they now get to turn their attention to Seattle. We're going to give you some of the highlights from pretty much the first half. It was a quiet second half, Joe. A lot of the action came in the first 45.
About 85% of Phoenix's XG on the night coming in the first half of tonight's match. Juan Carlos Azocar did a phenomenal job of finding space in behind the right side of Miami FC's back line. Rising in general with a real balanced approach in the first 45 minutes. Armanakis getting involved on the right. And then, of course, the great work against the ball from Remy Cabral, hunting, poking it free to Fede Varela for the finish, 1-0.
Yeah, that was Varela's second goal on the year. The assist did go to Cabral, not just for the hustle, but the actual assist, his first on the year, as well, to go along with his team-leading 6 goals. And you go just a few minutes later, Edgardo Rito, great ball from Fede Varela, who had another assist there, but the individual effort and the calmness to set this home.
Yeah, you love to see it from Edgardo Rito, not a guy who gets in those goal-scoring positions too often, more of the setup guy than the finisher. But you mentioned it, Killian, the great ball over the top from Varela, and Edgardo Rito making no mistake in box.
2-0 victory. Those were your highlights, as here are the final stats brought to you by Gateway Community College. 70-29. You said early on, it was
closer to 80-20.
Yeah. It was like 80-20, and you said, oh, it won't be like that. Well, it was still pretty close.
Yeah, we ended up right in that same range. Phoenix Rising in complete control from start to finish tonight. 4 shots from Miami. Not a lot of clear-cut opportunities inside the 18. Rising ran this one from minute 1 to minute 90.
Well, Miami falls once again. 3 consecutive losses in USL play. And Joe, Final thoughts, a bit of a long road stretch now coming up for Phoenix.
Now we're looking at Phoenix Rising assistant coach Darnell King talking to some of the fans after the match. Good spirits for Phoenix Rising ahead of a big game on Wednesday. The first MLS foe of the season against the Seattle Sounders. A good performance to wet the whistle for Wednesday.
Well, we're going to wrap it up. 2-0 the final. Phoenix Rising over Miami FC. A big thanks to our entire crew here tonight in the Valley of the Sun. For my partner, Joe Lowry, my name is Killian McClatchy. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. You've been watching this presentation of the USL Championship. Final 2-0, Phoenix Rising, where they get ready. US Open Cup action coming up later on this week. I want to thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.